Okay, folks, so I chose an open project called ProjectLibre as my project management tool to go over and review. Pretty simple program to use. It's very much like a Microsoft project, believe it or not. I think those of you that have used it before may see some similarities. So let's start by creating a project. We will start with a project name. MAP. The manager is Mark. The start date is going to be today. You can backdate the start date. You can forward it even further, but for our purposes, we will just start with today. And then what you get here is you can start to see it's already got kind of a Gantt chart type motif. These are your task, name, duration, start, finish, predecessors, and such. So once you line up your tasks in these areas with the start and finish dates, then it'll automatically start to create and link where necessary your tasks. So let's just go to here and we'll go to the first task. We'll just call it let's not call it that. Let's call it analyze. So in other words, we're going to analyze our project. We have an idea what it is. This is kind of make-believe. So we're going to start that. Let's go ahead and get it started today. And let's figure it's going to take us, what, 3 days to analyze, get our stuff together. And the main thing that you see right here, automatically it shows the duration of 4 days. And it gives you a nice little graphical view on this side. So then our next task is going to be to design. And to design, again, we'll start that on the 19th when we finish analyzing. And let's say that let's give that about a week or so. Not sure what date that will be. Let's just drop it to the 26th. And we want to tie the design into the analyze phase. So we can make analyze its predecessor by placing a 1 here. And now those two are linked. So any change to one affects the other. Okay, so our third task will be to develop. Sound familiar? So to develop, again, it's a small project. You know, may take us a couple of weeks to do. Again, just for example purposes. We'll go ahead and start developing on the 27th. And, you know, we'll give it a good solid month, 4 weeks. So we'll go into July, the end of July, let's say. Okay. And as designing is dependent upon analyzing, developing is dependent upon design. So we will give it a predecessor of 2. And again, let me spread the screen here. And as you can see, that links those together. So as we move on through our task, we're going to analyze, design, develop, implement. The implementation process, it's just going to be a little bit lengthy. We're going to go to one of our clients and actually install on site. That means within that implementation phase, there's going to be plenty of other tasks to do. Implementing, testing, removing the old system, training people, training folks, and that type of thing. But for example purposes, we're going to say that's going to be a 90-day process. So we'll start that process once development phase at our location is done. Then we'll kick into the implementation phase. by hopefully the 4th of August. And then we're going to give ourselves 90 days to get this project done and wrapped up. So we'll give ourselves till the end of November, actually. There we go. And we're not going to, just for example purposes, we're not going to tie the implementation into the design and development for these purposes. Hopefully at this point we've got a good, clean product, tested product at our location that is ready and movable to our client and ready for implementation. So then at the client we'll implement and all that goes in with that, and in the end we're going to evaluate. In other words, once everything is operating and such, we'll document how everything went or didn't go, make notations for future projects and such, see where we need to fix, where we need to repair, where we would need to maybe go and retrain. Hopefully that's not the case, and correct areas that we might have failed or not done as good a job as we thought we could. So we'll just call that evaluation. And again, this is a very big, obviously, overall framework of how to do a project. Not every single detail, just for time constraints of this example. And so the evaluation, yeah, I would say, you know, at least 2 weeks after implementation has been completed. So that said, if we finished the end of November, we should start promptly thereafter by December. This is not a good time, seeing as it's the holidays and such, but we'll finish it up by the 31st. So there you have it. Again, it's a very quick view, good graphical view of your tasks, your durations, how they set up in a Gantt chart. You can actually move and link different tasks as needed, and it will adjust the day. So you can adjust in here, or you can do it over here. As far as saving the project, I called it MAP, and I have no idea why I called it that. I will just save it into my documents folder. I mean, obviously you might want to create a project folder, something to that effect. So we will save it so we know that it is there. Through here, like with Analyze Task, you can go in here and let's say you have completed it 100%. Then you can update that, close it, boom, you get a nice little check mark by that task to show that it is completed and completed on the Gantt chart. And so again, I'm sorry, you can do the same thing for any of your tasks. I just want to go a little bit more detail. Predecessors you can update, change, edit, successors, resources, you can add resources, notes, and the like. So that's pretty much just an overview, the basics of ProjectLibre. I like it personally because it kind of has a little bit, again, of the Microsoft project look, but it is certainly not as intense or as complicated as Microsoft Project can be. And again, I think it really depends on what type of project you're working on. Thank you very much. Hope you all enjoyed it.